know good and well while we're here. The teaser trailer for Wakanda Forever has dropped at San Diego Comic Con, and they released it to the masses. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts and reactions right after the jump. Hello, everyone. Terrence here with Hollywood Already Did It. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, ring that bell below. Anytime we have something, you will be among the first to know. This one's gonna be bittersweet. Black Panther, the original, was one of my favorite films. Yes, it has its issues, but it did something, and I feel like a lot of people who like to rag and harp on Miss Marvel did something for a community that just changed the way everybody sort of who looked like me felt. It got people who never watched one of these Marvel films before to jump on board and kind of follow along. As you can see, got Mr. Chadwick T'Challa in the back here as a representation. It was a movement, and so losing Chadwick has made a lot of this bittersweet. And we have camps. Give shout out to E-Man. We have camps of recast T'Challa. I am in that camp. I just don't think that we should live in a world where we are taking a hero, a black king off the board. I'm perfectly fine with anyone else having the mantle of Black Panther, but T'Challa should still be around. So I am going into this trailer a little bittersweet, but I am interested, curious to see what it is that we're gonna get. But enough talking with me. Let's let's get this. Let's rip this band-aid off and get these waterworks flowing. And we're gonna start this bad boy up now. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's gonna. No woman, no cry. Little darling, don't shed no tear. No woman, no cry. Good friends we have and good friends we've lost along the way. In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright.
Are you queen of the most powerful nation in the world? And my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
Going bleeding into the Kendrick, we're gonna be all right. Whew. That is an emotional trailer. On purpose, I would imagine. It's a part of the reason why I think E-Man, and I don't want to speak for him, he and I chit chat all the time, but I think part of the reason why E-Man is so strong with the recast T'Challa movement is that we as an audience, we as fans, have already gone through the pain of sort of saying goodbye to Chadwick. Now we have to reopen those wounds and do it all over again. And his film seems to be leaning pretty heavy into T'Challa's gone. And we now have to live in a world where we have to go through that pain again. We have to watch other people characters now go through the pain of losing that character, and it's just a lot to do. It was unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I feel. This movie, however, looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. I love the everything's going to be all right bleeding to we gonna be all right. It's a wonderful play on words to flip it and say, hey, we're going to get through all this pain. We're going to have all this pain that we got to live in, we got to play with, we have to breathe in, and then come out on the other side. And we're going to be all right when we get out the back end of it. That's what this whole teaser and what I kind of feel like this film is going to try to do. I just wish we could do it in a different way as removing easily one of the most impactful African in this case, but black looking, representing characters without removing them from the entire screen. I will say this, while the emotion and impact feels good, and it looks like we're going to get to see Namor go from being a kid to a king and see his rise of kingdom, it feels empty. Maybe it's because I relate so much to T'Challa, it feels very empty. It feels like there is no king. We are a kingless nation, and that's part of what they're probably going for. But I can feel the weight of not having that character around. The shot of what we all believe to be Shuri in the claws in the Black Panther outfit, that's cool. But we see no sequence of Black Panther at all in any of the teaser. Granted, it's a teaser. They're doing that on purpose. But I feel the weight of him not being there. And so my fear of going in and having to just feel wounds be open and me go for a cry fest for a good portion of this film. Well, it's still going to be, obviously, it's a Marvel film, so it's going to have humor, it's going to have all of that. I just didn't want to have to do that again. We should live in a world where we don't have to keep living in black trauma. Like losing Chadwick was enough. To have to do this again is just harsh. But those are my personal opinions on this. Everything else looks good. I love this teaser as far as the way this shot. It looks like they're getting more aerial shots and doing it like it's a beautifully perfect visual representation of Wakanda. Get to kind of go to more corners of Wakanda's world. We can go to undersea. We get to play with underwater stuff, so you know that that's going to look gorgeous as we do it. And I am a sucker. I do love the flip of all right, we're gonna be all right to from everything's gonna be all right to we're gonna be all right. It's a great flip. It's a bittersweet trailer for me. What did you guys think of Wakanda Forever, the first teaser? Go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments in the comments below. If you haven't already, you can follow us on Twitter at HollywoodADI. You can hit us up on email at HollywoodAlreadyDidIt@gmail.com. We also have a podcast with the same name that's on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that plays podcasts. We're there. But like always, I got my ticket. You got yours.